Here we go.
Here we go what?
The monsoon.
One rain cloud. One titchy little black cloud, that's all.
Now, yes, and in half an hour's time...
Clear blue sky, probably.
Thunder, lightning, and torrential rain. Definitely.
I wish you two tots stopped squabbling. Mr. Hunter, I'm surprised at you. Why don't you look out of the window at the cows or something?
Every mile further north this train goes, he's got something more insulting to say.
Ah, but not about you, Mr. Lever.
About the north, it's the same thing. Ever since we left rugby, he's been at it.
Anybody fancy a mint humbug?
I wouldn't care, only I don't think he's ever been further than Potter's Bar in his life.
Okay.
So, no, you can't beat the north.
At what?
Well, take scenery, for instance. The Lake District. Scientific achievement. Jodrell Bank. Clean air, soft water and real people.
And real rain.
Rubbish. Drop of rain never did anyone any harm. Freshens you up a bit. And we work hard. That's something you Southerners don't know anything about.
Oh, yes, we do, Joe. I've spent many an idle hour watching you. It's quite exhausting.
We've got everything you've got, and we don't pay London prices.
You mean things are cheaper up north, Mr. Lever?
Oh, you bet they are, Mrs. Thursday.
Oh, well, perhaps after the conference you'll show us round Manchester, show us the sights.
Go for a paddle around the city centre.
Yes, well, actually, I'm seeing my mother tomorrow afternoon.
Ah, well, that's nice. Never neglect your mum. Lives in Manchester, does she?
Baycorp, actually.
Where?
A town called Baycorp. And don't look like that. It was on the map before Swiss Cottage.
Oh, well, we'll find something to do, won't we, while he goes visiting. I suppose they got the telly up there, have they?
Yes, Mrs. Thursday. And they've got motor cars and buses, too.
I bet she lives in a nice house, your mum. Like yours in Beckenham, is it?
Well, it's the same general lines. Give or take the odd swimming pool. Pity you won't have time to see her, really. Hello? Yes, ma'am. How are you? Good girl. No, I'm just ringing up to say we've arrived in Manchester, so I'll be seeing you tomorrow at tea time. Yes? No, I'm with Mrs. Thursday and Mr. Hunter. Yeah? Yes, well, they work there as well. Oh, no, love, no, you mustn't. You've got enough to do. No, look, they're very busy people. They don't want to go trailing all the way out to Baycorp. Yes, ma'am. Yes, all right. Yes, I'll ask them. I'll put it to... Will you hold on a minute? My mother wants to know if you'll have tea with her at Baycorp tomorrow, but I told you you're both very busy people, and you wanted to watch the television, didn't you? So I'll say you're too busy, shall I? Yes, some other time. Good.
No, say yes. Say we'd be very honoured. Won't we?
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, they said they'd both be very pleased. Yes, all right then. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. What? Yes, I am wrapped up warm. Honest. Yes, and a waistcoat. No, I'm eating beautifully. I haven't had indigestion for months. It's all right then. Well, give my love to Maggie. We'll see you tomorrow then. Ta-ra.
It's our Joe that's coming, not Roger Moore.
I want to have it nice for a minute, his London friends. They'll be here any minute now.
Gorgeous smelling kitchen. Is it hot pot?
Our Joseph's favourite. He'll need fattening up. He sounded hungry on phone yesterday.
How can anyone sound hungry? What was he doing? Moaning?
I know my own son. He's there. Go and fetch him in, Maggie.
Mother, it's Margaret. They're from London, remember?
Hello, Maggie.
Margaret.
Hey?
Hello.
This is Mrs. Thursday, my sister Maggie.
Pleased to meet you.
This is Mr. Hunter, my sister Maggie.
How do you do? Would you like to leave your coats here, then? Perhaps I can help you. Excuse me.
Oh. Well, how's our mum?
Oh, she's all ready for you, Joseph.
Oh, Joseph, eh?
Now, Mr. Hunter,
It's long for Joe.
it's a very nice name. It was Joseph what had the coat of many colours, wasn't it?
Can I take your hat for you, Mr.
Oh,
Hunter?
well, I'll take that.
Oh.
Oh, well, we'll soon get that back into shape again. Well, where's our mum, then?
Is that everything, then, Mr. Hunter?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, we're ready now.
This way, then.
Now, don't you worry, love. Everything will be lovely. Here they are. Mrs. Thursday, Mr. Hunter, my mother.
How do you do?
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Deaver.
Right, then. Sit yourselves down and I'll bring in tea.
Oh, can I help you?
Me, you're a visitor. Margaret.
Margaret? Who? Here. It's a very nice house, Mr. Lever. You feel at home as soon as you step in it.
Hey, it wants condemning and pulling down brick by brick.
Eh?
For 15 years I've tried to get her to move somewhere decent.
Decent? But it's decent here.
Take your pick, I said. A nice modern bungalow, no stairs to climb, Surrey, St. Anne's, wherever you like. And she just ignores me. Might just as well talk to that wall.
All this for tea?
Right, get the table over of you before it gets cold.
Now, that's what I call a bit of good grub. None of your London salads here, something with a bit of hammer behind it.
How's he getting on at work, Mrs. Thursday?
Pardon?
Joseph, still working hard, is he?
Mother, I'm managing director.
Well, I haven't heard no complaints, except from the people working under him.
Yes, that's the trouble with London. You can't get the people to work. They're just not interested. You know, we get twice as much done if we move Dunwich House to Manchester.
And travel 400 miles to the office every day?
No, I mean, we don't come to live up here.
They are. How's that to be getting on with?
I should think that'd be marvellous, thank you.
Nay, you can get in another dumpling there.
No, don't, Mother. They don't eat like us.
What do you mean? What's the matter with him?
Well, he's not going on night shift.
Here, hang on a minute. Your present. Oh, it must be me coat.
Oh, Mum, you've forgotten the bread.
Have I? Here, I'll go.
No, don't bother. I'll go.
Do just the two of you live here then, Mrs. Lever?
Aye. Just me and my daughter. Till she gets married.
Oh, when's that gonna be?
When she finds a fella. She's still looking.
Doesn't Mr. Hunter's wife mind him spending nights away like this?
You don't change, do you, kid?
What do you mean?
He's not married and he's not come here to look for a wife, so go on and get whatever it was you came out here for.
You've got a very suspicious nature, our Joseph.
Oh, I thought chapel bazaars were always on Saturday afternoons.
Well, we tried that. But nobody turns up. They're all at bingo hall. Do you have them in London?
Bingo? Oh, we've had it for years.
Do posh people go?
Oh, all sorts. I love a good game of bingo.
Well, you're posh. You talk it any road.
Oh, well, there you are, ma'am. A present from London, Trafalgar Square.
It's lovely, pet. Put it up with t'others.
Excuse me, Mr. Andre, I'll just have to go. There.
Just been telling your friends about Bazaar.
Oh, aye.
Joseph's going to open it. They're bound to turn up for him.
Aye. Well, pass us the bread, love. Home baked, you know, this is.
We used to have a bazaar for the children's outing every year down the old street where I used to live. I always used to do the white elephant stall.
Would you like to run a stall at ours?
Oh, I don't know.
An excellent opportunity to reinforce North-South good relations.
I think you'd enjoy it.
Oh, Mother, you shouldn't.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, I suppose I could. What about Mr. Hunter helping? You could do the lucky dip.
I'm afraid I'd be more of a hindrance than a help.
You could help me.
What are you doing, dear?
Vegetable stall, will you?
Well,
Yes, of course he will, won't you, Mr. Hunter?
Well, now that's all settled, can we get down to business? By heck, I've been waiting since Christmas for this. Oh, come on, lad, get stuck in. That's another thing we've got in the north, you know, real appetite.
Can I have a bottle of your indigestion mixture, please?
Aye, lass. Is your mum not so well, then?
No, it's my brother, Joseph.
Joseph? Hang on. Well, I had to come and see you when I knew you were here, lad. Well, it's only respect, isn't it?
Joseph was always Mr. Lund's best customer. I wish I had a penny for every chip he's had. I could have bought out the Dunwich group myself.
Well, how are you feeling now, lad?
Oh.
Oh, it's London what's done it, you know. You've gone stuffed. Your stomach's out of practice. Of course, they're all at in London, you know. Lettuce and watercress, and they think they've had a good do. They live on rabbit food.
They don't, you know. My Burke could shift cottage pie till it came out of his ears.
This lady comes from London, and this gentleman.
Oh, Cockneys, are you? Well, you'll be glad to get a bit of good food down here for a change. Trust Sarah Lever. She'll feed you up all right.
Come on, Mr. Lund, get it down him. He's lying here like a blooming goldfish. We've got to get him better in time to open the bazaar.
All right, here goes. Now, open up.
Excuse me.
Your mother's not washing up, is she?
Oh, she won't be washing up.
No?
Not yet.
Oh?
Right, back to table, all of you. Here's hot pots.
Oh, really, Mrs. Lever, those dumplings were...
That was just to whet your appetite. Second course coming up. Hey, up. Hey, where's our Joseph?
Oh, well, he's having a little lie down, dear, but he'll come on when his stomach's settled.
He's got a chill on the tummy, that's what's his trouble.
Oh, yes.
He doesn't wrap up warm enough. And how are you feeling, Mr. Hunter? You were looking a bit pale yourself earlier on.
Oh, I'm in the pink, thank you, Mrs. Lever.
Not that I'm talking to you, be right.
Oh, excuse me.
You didn't finish your tea.
Oh, well, I only left a little of the rice pudding, delicious though it was.
He did very well with the soup, dumplings and hot pot.
Tell you what, pop over and get an Eccles cake front stall. That'll tide you over till supper time. Come on, Mrs. Thursday, I'll introduce you to committee ladies.
Mr. Hunter,
Yes?
you couldn't give me a hand setting these out, could you?
Well, actually, display has never really been one of my strong points.
Oh, it's all right. I'll be foreman. You just do the labouring.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Thanks.
Well, you're the lucky one, aren't you?
I beg your pardon?
Lucky you.
Me?
Well, all these women here, and you're the only man.
Oh, yes, I see. Where shall I put this
Drift
cauliflower?
south, you see. All the fellas have drifted.
Well, not all, surely. This cauliflower...
Still, it's their own lookout, isn't it? I mean, they're all skin and bone down there, aren't they? I mean, a mini skirt does nothing for you if you've legs like matchsticks, does it?
Oh, well, I should hardly imagine. Look, I seem to have this cauliflower...
Oh, just plonk it down the end there.
Thank you.
Now, you could just hold me steady while I fix this bit of tinsel here. Well, perhaps if you just put your arms around my waist.
Oh, aren't there any more cauliflowers I could...
And no drifting.
You have my word as an officer and a gentleman.
Oh, honestly, you, man. One-track mind.
Oh, I say, London, though. It's a different world down there, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Well, there's such a lot going on there, isn't there? I mean, it's a swinging city or something, isn't it? All those film stars having parties and that.
Not many in Kennington.
Aye, I never forget the Festival of Britain. That was lovely.
Oh, it was. We went there on an outing from Chapel. Did you like it?
Well, I didn't really see it, except going past on the bus, marked with working and the family, you know.
And I tell you what was gorgeous. Kew Gardens. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, I believe it is.
Do you go there much?
Not regular, dear, no.
But you've seen it.
Well, I've always promised myself
Oh,
I
and
would.
Windsor Castle. You must go there a lot. We saw Queen Mother, God bless her, calling for tea, didn't we?
River's very scruffy, isn't it?
Pardon?
We went on a steamer to the Tower of London. I was disgusted.
River's very nice.
It's very mucky water.
Not when I went, it wasn't. 'Cause you're not supposed to wash your smalls in it, you know.
Of course, it's all top show with you Southerners, isn't it? I mean, it's common knowledge, that.
Southerners.
Present company accepted, of course.
I'm not a Southerner. I'm a Londoner, born and bred.
That's right. A southerner.
No, that's Brighton, that is.
I like the British Museum. You can rest your feet in there and get a nice cup of tea.
Have you been there?
No, my sister is. She's
I don't know what's happened to our Joseph. He's supposed to open this here bazaar in half an hour.
I hope I didn't offend you, Mrs. Thursday. I mean, about Southerners being all top show.
Oh, no. In one ear, out the other, that's me.
I mean, I wasn't referring to your two-piece or anything. I think it's very smart. I hope you didn't have to give too much for it. Just to come to our little bazaar. I mean, clothes aren't cheap in London, are they?
No, they're not. 35 guineas, this, with a spare set of buttons.
35 guineas.
I bought it in Manchester yesterday.
Well, standing nattering's not going to get our stalls ready, is it? If you'll excuse me.
You know, I really am worried about our Joseph. It's time he were here.
Well, perhaps he's still feeling a bit under the weather.
Not him. He's got an iron constitution, our Joseph. Thanks to me feeding him up.
Georgina, play the white man, love. I made the tea yesterday. Oh. By heck, you best get your clogs on. You'll be late for the bazaar. Oh. Dear Joseph, I left this for you. Love, ma'am. Dear Joe, I left this for you. Kindest regards, Hunter.
Sorry, mister. Can you kick it back?
Do you want to watch where you're kicking it in the future? Here. Use your instinct, lad.
You what?
Now, you're too ending it. Use your instinct. That's better. Now, do you centre forward?
Do you what?
You centre forward.
He means the striker.
Oh, do I?
Yes, I'm the striker. He's lead man and he's sweeper up.
I thought you were playing football.
We are.
No, look, you kick it with the outside of your foot, you get a bit of swerve on it.
How do you mean?
With the outside of your foot. Oh, look, I'm in a hurry, but here, come here, give it to us here. Right, now, come on. You two, us two against them two. Now, come on, you ready? Right.
Oh, let me carry that for you, Mrs. T. It's much too heavy for you.
Not to be told. wasn't very polite of you to leave Margaret like that. She needs you more than I do.
Exactly. No wonder all the men drifted south. They probably ran all the way. On their World Cup Willie Rosettes.
They're rather nice, aren't they?
I'll never sell them. The World Cup's been and gone.
Oh, no, it's coming back again, because I heard Billy Wright say so on the telly.
Yes, but
and
not...
he ought to know.
Not for 4 years.
Oh. You know, if you took the little line off, you could make a nice little flowered hat.
Excuse me, would you be Mrs. Lever?
No, dear, over there.
Oh, now, I promised me next door neighbour I'd drop these off for a raffia baskets for jumble sale.
Now, look, Mrs. Lee, she's over there. She'll sort it out for you. She's in charge.
Ta.
Evening.
Evening. Well, stroll on.
I beg your pardon?
Lieutenant Hunter. Archangel Convoys, 1940, only without the beard. Anchor-faced Hunter, the pride of the floating dustbin. You don't remember, do you?
Oh, I'm trying.
You once got me a week's stoppage of pay for snaffling Bo'sun's bubbly while I were on watch.
Able Seaman Chadwick.
Stanley to you, mate. Hey, what are you doing here, then?
Oh, I'm just visiting here for the evening. Courtesy call, showing the flag. Oh, Mrs. T, this is Able Seaman Chadwick, Mrs. Thursday.
Stanley.
How do you do? Oh, it's a turn-up, isn't it? Found a friend.
Friend?
Friend? Big uppos, missus. By the heck, Lieutenant, what a night we're going to have.
We are?
We are that.
Where?
At Working Men's Club, of course.
Can I help you, mister?
No, thank you. The situation's entirely under control.
You bake your bowler. Sorry.
Don't mention it.
Hey, mister!
Tar.
Yes, well, any other time I happen to be in Bake Up, Mr. Chadwick, I'd be only too pleased, but...
No, you go and enjoy yourself.
Ah, you might never be up this way again.
Yes, I suppose that's a possibility. No, Mrs. Thursday needs my help, I'm afraid.
No, I don't. You go. I'm all right. Would you excuse us for a minute, Mr. Chadwick, please?
Yes, love, of course.
You're in a bit of a pickle, aren't you, Mr. Hunter?
Why are you trying to get rid of me, Mrs. T?
Well, I mean, if he doesn't get you, Mr. Lever's sister might. Oh, would you give the dolly back to Mr. Chadwick, dear?
Yes, I see what you mean. Still, an evening on the town with Stanley Chadwick. We haven't seen each other for 20 years. We wouldn't know what to talk about.
We talk about the Navy.
Not so sure we've got one now, have we?
Well, like it was. Oh, well, it's up to you, Mr. Hunter. I mean, she's been throwing her cap at you ever since we got here. Of course, if you don't mind spending the rest of your days in backup, yeah, that might be a good idea.
What might be a good idea?
You being Mr. Lever's brother-in-law, good for the business.
All right, Mrs. T, point taken. You enjoy the revelry here while I go and drink warm beer in a cold Nissen hut.
Go on, it might be nice. There'll be bingo, darts. You better make your mind up quick if it's Margaret you want, because there's Mr. Chadwick chatting her up over there.
Where do you live, did you say?
Talbot Street, just past Hargreaves' garage.
Oh, that end. I wonder why I'd never seen you before.
Oh, I've seen you once or twice on Saturdays, shopping. You got a green miniskirt.
You never said hello.
Well, I didn't know you, did I?
No.
Ah, well, I will in future.
Won't your wife mind you going out with Mr. Hunter?
Well, I haven't got a wife. I'm not even courting.
No, neither am I, now you mention it.
Well, I'd have thought you were. Bonny girl, that, you.
Oh, I've had my chances. Mr. Hunter, for example.
Oh, aye?
Well, he may be a bit stuck up and talk with a plum in his mouth, but he's not behind the door at trying it on.
Ah, get away. What did he do?
While I was fixing that bit of tinsel up there, only kept grabbing me round the waist. Wouldn't take no for an answer.
Well, they're all like that down there, aren't they?
Oh!
I'm at it now.
Aye, but you're different. You're one of us.
I really am worried about our Joseph. If you don't mind hanging on here for a bit, I think I'll just pop back.
No, I can do that for you, Mrs. Lever.
No, I wouldn't like to bother you.
No trouble, I'll take a cab.
Well, that's daft. You'd have to go to the station. You could be there and back by then. I know. You get Mrs. Thompson's bike. Clara, can Miss Runt have a loan of your bike?
Right, Lolo.
I'll tell Mr. Chadwick there's been a change of plans.
He's a real gentleman, your Mr. Hunt, to do anything for anybody. He's another Joseph.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Chadwick. Afraid we'll have to postpone our night out. I've got to go and see where Mr. Lever is.
Oh, that's no bother. I've got to get home to shave. I'll meet you at the club.
Oh, I shan't know where it is.
Anybody will tell you.
It hasn't got lights, but if Bobby stops you, say you're from London, you didn't know.
Oh, thanks very much. Oh, just hold it, will you? Hugh? At the club, then.
Aye.
I wouldn't have thought he was really your type. You know, for a night out.
Well, you have to make allowances. They're all a bit wet. It's only manners to make them feel wanted.
Kill that damn dog.
There's no one in.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Traipsing up and down the house, the door was open.
Well, it looked closed.
Well, you should have tried showing it, shouldn't you?
Something upset you, Joe?
Yes, life.
Passions are rising at the bazaar. Your mother wants to know when you're coming to open it. So does everyone else.
Including me.
I beg your pardon.
Well, I'm afraid there's going to be a slight delay. Number one, I accidentally slipped up. And number two, I found this waiting for me when I got back.
Ship Canal Contracts Manager, please telephone at once, urgent.
Contract for a few thousand quid's rather more important than opening a bazaar, I should say, wouldn't you?
Well, I would. I don't think your mother would. I'm not at all sure that Mrs. Thursday would.
Oh, I'll be there in time to open it. It won't take a minute to phone.
Where from?
Well, we do have phones in the north, you know.
Oh, your mother doesn't, Joe, and that's where we happen to be at this moment.
Well, there's one at the Chippy, so you can get back there and tell them I'm on my way.
Oh, I'm not going back.
Eh?
I'm doing the night spots.
What night spots?
Precisely.
Eh?
Well, I'm playing bingo or whatever other sophisticated diversion they offer at the Working Men's Club. Darts, perhaps?
You in a working men's club?
Why not? Think I ought to change my clothes?
In favour of what?
Well, don't want to look out of place, do I? How about cloth cap and a pair of togs?
Ah, madame, monsieur, c'était un plaisir de vous voir ici. Au revoir maintenant. Hello, Stanley lad.
Tommy, lad.
Hey, how's fishing going?
Oh, can't grumble. Got 3 chub on Saturday.
Get away.
Oh, I'm signing my guest in tonight, by the way. London fella.
London fella?
Ah, well, he were in the Andrew with me. So if you see him, he's a big fella with black hair. Belay the last command, he's here. Right, Dickie, lad?
This is the Working Men's Club.
Well, it's a joint one, really. Half of it's the miners. Now, do you fancy a do-it roulette first?
Or some chamois?
Whichever you prefer.
Then we'll have a couple of quickies in the Paris bar, then out to a few boozers and a bit of supper.
Then back here to the Las Vegas Lounge, eh?
What's the cabaret tonight, Tommy? Out good?
Shirley Bassey.
Ah, she's a fair turn. Right, Dickie lad, I'll best sign you in then. Lieutenant, Hunter, R-N-D-R. What's your address, Dickie?
Belgravia, London.
Well?
London. It's a place down south.
Fine messenger he turned out to be, with all his posh talk. Still no sign of your Joseph.
If my Joseph says he'll come, he'll come.
Tell you what, shall I go and get him?
No, don't start that game. There'll be none of us left in finish.
Well, I don't know what we're going to do. All customers will be rolling up soon. You know, we've got to have an opener.
What about you, Mrs. Lever? You're his mum. I think you should do it.
Oh, not me, love. I couldn't open bazaar to save me life.
Oh, well, that settles it then. I'll have to do it. I do have the kind of voice that carries. People have told me that.
Yes, you have.
I know Mrs. Thursday.
What about Mrs. Thursday?
You could open it. Aye. Yeah, you could, Noel. You've got a beautiful speaking voice.
Have I?
Why, yeah, you talk real proper. Like the Queen after Christmas dinner, in a way.
No. No, I don't think Mrs. Thursday'd be happy doing that. I mean, it'd be embarrassing for you, wouldn't it? Being a stranger and all. I mean, you're still a charwoman at heart, really, aren't you?
Only in London we call them char ladies. Yes, I'll do it, go on. Char ladies open bazaars all the time back home. I mean, now, every day they do. It's nothing to us, being Londoners, you see.
Well, let's get behind our counters, then.
Mrs. Lever?
Oh, just over there, love, will you?
But, there's nobody here yet. I mean, it isn't even opened yet.
Well, we do that when folks arrive.
Ah, well, perhaps your Joseph will be here by then.
Well, we've made other arrangements. We've got Mrs. Thursday.
Oh, dear, I wish you hadn't got Mrs. Thursday.
But you did offer, didn't you? You said you was used to it, didn't you?
Yes, well, I had to after the way she went on. I did it for you, really.
And I'm sure you'll do it very well.
Well, do you think anybody's going to come here tonight?
Well, we did advertise it in paper. Have you got the paper, Maggie? Oh.
Look, there it is, right in the bottom corner.
Oh, looks as if you wasn't the only ones to advertise. Look what's on. Football in Burnley, bingo all in wrestling, boxing, and James Bond at the pictures.
Well, I suppose we might lose one or two people.
Good thing you didn't have the Albert Hall, isn't it?
Operator! Operator! Sat there varnishing her blooming nails, I shouldn't wonder. Hello! Is this thing working?
It was till you started bashing it up and down.
You haven't a railway timetable, have you, Mr. Lund?
Not to my knowledge. What do you want to know?
Times of express trains back to civilization.
Oh, back to London. Oh, your Betterink station, that's quickest.
Quickest? I've been trying to get the operator... Oh, you're still with us then? Now, can you get me a Manchester number, please? Deansgate 9390, and I'm in a hurry. What? Because I've got to open a bazaar. What's that? You're only trying to be friendly. All right. Well, I'm being friendly with you. And now that we're both being friendly together, and you know why I'm in a hurry, can you get me that number? By the heck. What? Yes, all right, I'll hang on. We have phones in our offices in London, you know.
Oh, aye.
And in our houses.
So have we.
Have you?
Well, I have. What do you think that is there?
Bonsoir, madame. Bonsoir, monsieur. Enchanté de vous voir encore.
Better than working for 11, isn't it? For some. Right. Hey up, Tommy. Here, lad. I owe you a quid for maggots last Sunday.
I can't take a quid. Maggots is only coppers.
Lad, don't take me pleasure away. First time I've won this year. There you go. I reckon you brought me luck, Dickie, lad.
More than I brought myself.
Now, how was the inner man?
What?
Well, you want something to eat, don't you? Bye, I don't know about you, but I'm clemming.
I had a very good high tea, actually.
Aye, but you've had nout since then, have you?
No, and I don't think I really want nout till tomorrow.
Out, not nout.
Come on, lad. I'll take you for the best tucky in its Northern Union.
Now, look, Stanley, I had a very good...
You are going to eat like a king, lad, and money is no object. Go on.
Is it?
No, but it's trying.
We'll not get many here if it does rain.
Not get many here if it doesn't, will you?
This is very serious to us, Mrs. Thursday. We was hoping to make £15 out of this bazaar.
Towards new organ in chapel.
And when I think of all work that's gone into getting all this stuff, Oh, I could weep.
Aye, buckets. Oh, come on, ladies, cheer up. I mean, it's not the end of the world, is it? Oh, let's have a smile from you. Here, I know, are we downhearted?
Aye, fairly.
Very.
Oh, I'm going home.
You stay where you are, Mary Lord. Mrs. Thursday's quite right. I'm not downhearted. Well, only a bit.
No, you're not downhearted at all, Mrs. Lever. Here, what about a bit of knees up? I know, a nice bright song all together. Down at the old land.
In England, while there's a country lane.
Yes, well, that's very nice to hear that, Mr. Wilkinson. Yes, that'll be a great benefit to both our companies. Right, yeah. Well, we'll keep in touch about that. Good night, Mr. Wilkinson. British Railways, can you give me the time of the next train to London, please? Yes, the very next train. All right, I'll hang on. Get out of
Get off
bed.
with your bother, go on.
Here we are, then. Finest chippy in Britain, bar none.
That's right, here.
No, after that.
Hello, Stanley.
Black tripe and chips twice, please. You ever eaten black tripe and chips?
No,
From this particular chippy?
never.
Right. As I remarked, black tripe and chips twice.
Right-o, Stanley, lad.
Evening.
Thought your telephoning was only going to take a minute. You're supposed to be at the bazaar.
I'll be there in time to open it, but first things first. Oh, there you are. I thought you were making the tea. Yeah. And that's the time of the next train back to London, is it?
Getting fed up with it, Joe?
We can't all go gallivanting around, you know. Right, yes, I've got all that. You can go back to sleep now.
Who's that?
Joe Lever.
Who?
Joseph Lever.
Oh, Margaret's brother.
Enjoy your tripe.
Give my love to Maggie. Now listen, when we finish this little snack, we'll nip back to the Las Vegas
Hey,
bar.
aren't you going to that stripperama club?
Ah, wait, Tom, do you want a strip club in between?
There's that exotic Karina there this week, you know.
Katie Butterworth, you mean?
She's from Blackburn, you know. Done very well for herself.
Right-o, lads, into the dining room with you.
Look, Stanley,
And there's
I think
double portions for both of you.
Come on, Dickie lad, let's live a little, eh? Come on, get it down here.
And if they get that in them, they'll not catch much harm.
I've got a funny feeling inside of me.
I've got a funny feeling inside of me.
Just walking up and down.
Just walking up and down.
Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner.
Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner
that I love London town.
that I love London town.
Well, your Joseph's not coming, that's for certain.
Nor is anybody else, neither.
We've still got to open it.
Well, if nobody's here,
Well, we've always opened it before.
It won't be a bazaar unless we open it.
oh, well then, for goodness sake, let's open it. Here, do I make the speech from?
Up here, love, I'll show you. And we had all this so nicely arranged for our Joseph. Here, love, up here. Mind how you go. Oh, it's a long way, I'm afraid, but I thought I'd...
Oh.
Steady now.
Oh, Mum.
Are you all right?
That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean ladies, I have never had the pleasure to be here before, but I am here now. I think Backup is a lovely place. That's right, Backup is a lovely place, and I think you're all very lucky people to be here, as am I. I hope the bazaar is going to be a great success, and so I think without more ado, I should like to say I have a lot of pleasure. Oh! He's here!
Joseph's here! Come on, love, get up on cards!
No, you get on with it, Atlee.
No, come and help open it again. I have a lot of pleasure
In declaring this bazaar open. We declare this bazaar open. Come on, love. Quick.
Oh, I can't.
Here, where is everybody? Where's the general public?
Dear. Well, bingo, all in boxing, wrestling, and James Bond, take your pick.
What, we're going to be here all night?
Oh, not if I know. This is where we got to buy things.
What? Not that junk?
Yes.
What's up with your hat, Joe? Here, you best take this.
Oh, Tom,
That'll save you a nice suit, Mrs. Thursday.
My suit said it. Next time up north, I'll come in a Mac. Here, all right, big head. What have you got to sell us?
You don't want to buy anything.
Well, of course I do. How much were you making? Are you hoping to make out of this do?
£50.
And a George new electronic organ for chapel.
Oh, have you got a pen, Mr. Lever?
Yeah, it's a ball pen. It writes underwater.
Oh, that's handy. Now then. Hey, Mrs. Lever, £20.
20?
20.
You mustn't give us £20. That'd be charity.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be, isn't it?
Oh, nay, Alice, I don't like you doing it.
Oh, go on, don't be silly, all right? Then I'll buy the lot.
What, everything?
Yes, everything. Oh, dear ladies, it gives me a lot of pleasure to open this bazaar, but it'll give me a lot more pleasure to close it. Let's all get back home before we catch pneumonia.
Do you always carry this lot, then?
Yes, did you get everything up off the platform?
Just one more item. Hang on.
Did you have to bring all this stuff, Alice?
Oh, well, they wouldn't have liked it if I'd left it behind.
Oh, well, roll on London. Don't you like it up here? Well, I do, within reason. Does a man good to get back to base now and then?
And not too frequently, eh?
Well, you seem to be having a good time. Of course, one of us had to do some work.
Now, don't you two start again.
Oh, I wouldn't say a word against the North.
You hate it, don't you?
Not at all. It's got everything. Jodrell Bank, Lake District, working men's clubs, black trout and ships.
There you are, Mrs. That's the lot.
There you are.
Ah,
Does your wife like lemon cheese?
aye, she don't mind it.
It means yes.
Oh, was one for your wife? And here, one for you.
Oh, ta.
And a World Cup Willie for luck.
Ta. Do you mind me asking, what are you going to do with all this stuff?
Well, we're going to have a bazaar, I think.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, ta-da.
Ta-ta.
Not really going to use this, are you?
It's about the one thing I can use. You were right about one thing, Mr. Lever.
Yeah, what's that?
You don't pay London prices. I'd have to give all of 2 and 6 for this in London. Only cost me 20 quid here.